You can't feel good about this, Liam. Steffi moving her mom in without even asking permission and letting her watch your daughter all alone? Seriously, Hope? She's Kelly's grandmother. She raised 3 kids, supervision not required. Yeah, sure, maybe before she shot someone. Look, I know you think that I am overreacting, but I am not. I am just being cautious, and I think we all should be, given the fact that there are 2 innocent little lives involved.
No, I don't want to use a luxury box. Will loves sitting courtside. Handle it. She is. Send her in. Hey! Well, this couldn't be better timing. I'm getting tickets for the Laker game tonight, courtside. Why don't you ditch that dressmaker and join Will and me?
Not in the mood.
For basketball.
For dressmaker jokes, or for any jokes.
What's going on?
We need to talk about Taylor. Well, I don't know about you.
Yeah?
But I am ready for more.
Oh, I like the way you think.
And, I mean, the truth is, you could probably use more practice in it. I never realized how bad you were at it.
What? Wait, what are we talking? Are we talking about the same thing here?
Yoga?
Right.
What did you think we were talking about?
Nothing. Yoga. Definitely yoga. That's...
That's it. Get up. Come on. Just a few more poses.
No. Look. I enjoyed the yoga. I really did. But there are so many other fascinating poses we could do without having to leave the bed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, they involve cardio and stretching, meditation, some might say. Very spiritual stuff.
God, you are lucky you're so cute.
Why?
Because it balances out just how corny you can be.
It's a quality you adore, though, right?
Without a doubt. Taylor is dangerous. And to think otherwise is a mistake.
Brooke, we've talked about this. Right? I promised I would keep it a secret. Now, I wouldn't have done that if I thought I was in danger of Taylor trying to hurt me again.
Yeah, I believe you can take care of yourself. But what about your granddaughters? They're much more vulnerable than you are, and you really think it's wise for Liam's girls to be around somebody so unstable?
My mother isn't a threat to anyone. You know that.
I know that you believe that, and I mostly agree with you.
Mostly?
Well, come on. I've been very honest with you about my concerns.
She would never harm our daughter. Yours too. Why aren't you hearing me? I think you're in defense mode and you're not seeing things clearly and you're trying to sweep something very, very serious under the rug. Yeah, I'm defensive and you would be too if I was saying this about Brooke. Look, I don't like this feeling, this conflict between us. I want us to get along, especially for our little girls. I agree, but getting along doesn't mean keeping quiet when it comes to safety. Your mother almost killed someone. And if you and Liam decide that it's okay to let her be around Kelly alone, okay, fine, there's not much I can do about it. But I am telling you both, right now, she's not getting anywhere near my daughter.
You know, I wasn't expecting anything in return earlier when I said the L word. You didn't have to say it if you weren't ready to.
Do I actually seem like the type of person that would do or say anything that I wasn't ready for?
No, fair point.
I mean, I would say it again.
I would too. I mean, it's not just a one-time feeling. It's a overwhelming, never been happier. I can see my entire future kind of a feeling. For me, it is.
I love you too, Wyatt.
Taylor has obviously been unstable in the past, but Steffi promises she's getting help.
Okay, Steffi wants to think the best of her mother, and I don't fault her for that. But come on, the woman has snapped. She shouldn't be left alone with an infant, and that should be obvious to anybody.
Well, you know what? She's not a constant presence. I mean, she comes in and out of town, and when she's here, Steffi supervises.
It's funny that you should say that. I went over to see Steffi, and Steffi wasn't home, but Taylor was. She was alone with Kelly. And she had some very exciting news to tell me.
News?
Steffi invited her to move in. That's right. The woman who shot you is living with your granddaughter.
Listen, guys, I know tensions are high right now, okay? But what I'm hearing from both of you is a concern for our kids, all right? We all want what's best for them. We just have different ideas of what that looks like.
How can exiling my mother be what's best for Kelly? No one's talking about exiling here. You just said you don't want your daughter anywhere near my mother. How much do you need to take from me till you're satisfied? What? I lost my marriage to you? Kelly lost full-time access to her father, now you're trying to take my mother away? That's enough. Okay, this has nothing to do with taking things from you. It has nothing to do with our relationship at all. This is about our children and doing everything we can to protect them and to provide the most stable family environment possible. Threatening my mother is your idea of stability? I wanted our daughters to be close, and they still could be, depending on what you and Liam decide to do about Taylor. But this whole idea about all of us getting along and having one big blended family, if it includes her, after what she did? No, I'm sorry. No, I don't. I can't see it. I can't see the lives that we envision for our daughters. Like, I know that this is difficult to hear, and I do not enjoy saying it, but you know what? Maybe exile is the right word after all. Because if you want our daughters to grow up like sisters, and have that same closeness like you did with Phoebe, I'm sorry. But Taylor cannot be a part of their lives.
I like this.
Being in love.
Yeah, but being able to say it. And now that I have, I will probably make this an everyday habit.
Good. I might just like that.
Good. But more importantly, I want to be able to, like, show it. Make sure that I show it, you know?
Well, you do.
I know, but if there's a day that I don't show you my support or my appreciation, I want you to call me on it.
Only if you do the same.
Deal.
Deal.
Love.
Love.
Okay, well, that's unexpected.
Unexpected and deeply concerning.
Steffi obviously feels comfortable with it.
Do you?
Why did Taylor shoot me? Out of some misguided sense of wanting to protect her daughter. Well, that motherly instinct, that fighting spirit is there with regard to her granddaughter as well. Look, Brooke, we may not like Taylor, we may always want to keep a careful watch on her, but she would never do anything to hurt her own flesh and blood.
I don't think that she would do it on purpose. But why don't you ask Thorne what Taylor's capable of doing by accident? Look, Bill, this is really serious. Taylor shouldn't be around Kelly, and God forbid she shouldn't be left alone with her. You've got to do something. You have to step in and you have to help protect your granddaughter.
can't believe you're saying this.
I am putting my daughter's well-being first. I don't think that's unreasonable.
Have you been lying this whole time about wanting to make this work?
No!
Then why would you use this to separate our daughters? Liam, you've been pretty quiet over there, letting Hope say these terrible things.
It's not terrible to be worried about your daughter, Steffi. I understand why Hope's freaked out. I'm a little freaked out too. And if it were anyone else who shot my dad, you can't stand there and tell me you'd be okay with them being alone with Kelly.
This isn't anyone. This is my mother.
Exactly, which is why I keep going back and forth on this. Look, I don't know if there's a perfect solution. What I do know is that we have to be able to come together and look past this.
Wait, look past? It almost sounds like you're willing to forget what she did.
Not forget, but we have to find a compromise here.
But what compromise could you be happy with when it comes to the safety of your children? I'm sorry, you may be able to convince yourself to look the other way, but I can't. I won't.
Do you want me to be there with you when you pitch the activewear line to Steffi and Reg?
You will be. Whether you're actually there or not.
Huh?
I mean, at least that's how it feels anyway. Because I carry around your encouragement and your belief in me everywhere I go. I know that sounds weird.
No. It's just how it should be.
I understand your concern. But ultimately, it's up to Liam and Steffi. They're Kelly's parents.
You could step in.
And say what? I've already talked to both of them, Brooke.
It's because of you and your kindness that Taylor is not in jail right now. It's because of you that she's able to move in with Steffi and be around her granddaughter day after day. You could have the power and the influence to ensure Kelly's safety.
What exactly are you asking me to do, Brooke? You want me to call the police? That's what you're asking, isn't it? You want to see Taylor behind bars.
Of course, the safety of my daughters is important to me. It's the most important thing, and their well-being should come first in any decision that we make.
Yeah, right, like choosing not to have an attempted murderer play a prominent role in their lives.
You won't listen to reason, will you?
I am scared, Steffi, and you should be too.
And that's why you're saying all the things that you're saying right now, right? But maybe being scared is causing you to lose perspective.
Liam.
Don't take this the wrong way, but isn't it possible, Hope, isn't it possible that you and your mom are feeding off of each other's fears? I get that you're concerned. I'm concerned too, but the more I think about it, doesn't it come down to one question? Would Taylor harm her own flesh and blood granddaughter? I don't think so. She adores her. And if all this time we've been talking about Taylor getting the help she needs, especially to recover from the trauma of what she's already done, maybe the best thing for Taylor, and therefore all of us, is to be supported by family instead of us all just kicking her to the curb, which could trigger her again.
So you're allowing this?
And I want you to consider allowing it too. Listen, when it comes to our own daughter, I can't force you. So maybe there's some arrangement we can come to where Taylor's never alone with her. But we've been talking about how we're one family, and I think we should actually mean that, not just pay lip service to it, because we are, and we're always going to be. One family.
One family was a beautiful thought, and maybe it was a little too idealistic, because I am not taking chances with my daughter's life.
Hope,
I understand that you may think I am being overly cautious or too protective, and that's fine. Because that is my job, to protect the life that is growing inside of me. And I know that I can't protect her from the dangers of the world for much longer, but at least this I can. And it makes me sad. Because I wanted our daughters to be close, but now they can't. Not if Taylor's around.
You would never feel this way if you'd gone through what I have, losing a twin.
You would never willingly take your baby sister away from her. You know, most people in my situation would be appalled by your pregnancy, and I admit, for a while I was. But then I realized that our daughters would grow up together, they would be best friends. Kelly would have her own Phoebe. Please, Hope, please don't take that away from her. It's not how I want it to be, but it's what feels right.
Wouldn't finding common ground feel right? It's possible. You know it's possible. I mean, I love and respect you both so much, and if there's any two people in the world that can pull this off, it's you.
I know that was supposed to be a compliment, and I understand what you mean, but I am your wife, not her.
No, okay, but that's not...
No, you're married to me now, and we have a child on the way, and I will do everything I can to protect our child, and that means not having Taylor's presence in her life, because the truth is she should be in prison. And I do not think that it is unreasonable to ask for her not to be a part of my child's life. But you both obviously think it is, right? Is that what that look was? Yeah, I noticed. I always notice.
He's just trying to get through to you, that's all.
No, I think you're hoping for so much more. Liam, have we made a huge mistake?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
A lot of extraordinary circumstances led to this moment. Steffi raising your child on her own. Us getting married. Hastily, maybe. And I don't want to live with any doubts, and I don't want you to either.
Stop. What do you mean doubts? What is that?
I have always admired Steffi's strength. But I am just as strong. And I can raise a child on my own, too.
What?
Her mom shot your dad. And I am just asking you to keep that stress away from our kids, and still, you side with her. And seeing that connection that you two share, even to this day, even though we're married now and I'm the one that is carrying your child. Yes, it makes me wonder. So I'm gonna give you one opportunity. If you have any regrets, if you could go back in time, say it. We keep talking about being one big blended family, but the truth is, Liam, you have two. So if you want to be with Steffi and Kelly, now's your chance. You will be raising your child with one of us. So who do you want to share your life with? Steffi or me?